So I'm here with one of the sutlers and our corporal, and maybe you all could introduce yourselves and explain what is happening here with the 54th and why we come here.
Well, I'm Ben Baldwin. I owned a striped pig over here in Dedham, and I became the sutler over here when Camp Meeks started to develop turn into a regular city of its own. And a lot of these guys did a lot of work for me. They were teamsters and carpenters. So they all worked for me. A lot of them worked for me. And I'm over here trying to make a little money with whatever the Army can't supply them. I'm going to supply it for them.
I like it.
That's my job.
I represent Corporal James Henry Gooding. He was a member of the 54th Massachusetts. He fought in different battles and was captured. Matter of fact, he was at Fort Wagner. But the character I portray, he wrote to President Abraham Lincoln about the unfair pay about the black troops.
Which is very important because right now we have minimum wage and we were worried about how unpaid and unequal resources are. So the fact that you actually wrote to the president, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, Corporal Gooding was very articulate. He came out of New Bedford, and he was a newspaper reporter, so he also was a journalist. So when he was in battle, he would go out the field and he would take certain notes. When he saw that the regiment was not getting equal pay to the white troops, that's when he petitioned Abraham Lincoln. As far as him getting a response, he was captured and was a prisoner in Andersonville, and I think he died there. He did die there, and I don't know if he ever knew about us receiving our equal pay.
So then, interestingly, after we got equal pay for equal work, you were mentioning that the settlers actually did a lot of work with the Teamsters and the carpenters. So maybe you could tell us a little bit.
I'm on the supply side. We're on the supply side of this big experiment that's going on. These guys didn't get provided with certain things, and I was there to provide it for them. That includes tobacco, writing material, sometimes materials that the Army wouldn't provide. Now, granted, they weren't getting paid, so that kind of wasn't happy about that. But they did a lot of work for me in trade. They'd build things for me. If I needed furniture, barrels, stuff like that, I could use that stuff as trade to get the equipment they needed.
No, that's great. And so part of trying to understand the trades, understand the Teamsters and the carpenters, there's a lot of history there. And I didn't realize that the settlers and the trade unions and all that are all related. It's about supply lines, supply chains, entrepreneurship, and jobs, right? Because you're an entrepreneur, you created a job.
Oh, yeah. I'm not happy with some of these guys volunteering to go down and get themselves shot. These guys were my best workers. Now all of a sudden they don't want to go off and fight. And I wasn't too happy about that, but God bless them.
So I think part of that interesting conversation is you paid them wages to work, right?
Oh, they got paid. They got paid for work. This is the civilian life. Now they want to join the Army and not get paid.
And so that's interesting. So a lot of people of color were getting paid and then they left to volunteer to fight for the military. Why did you do that, sir?
Well, I went to fight because they were recruiting men of color, and we were fighting for our ancestors, our wives, our brothers, our sisters, our uncles that were enslaved in the South. And we were given an opportunity to help free them.
So for freedom, you were willing to sacrifice some of the wages because you felt like this was a bigger cause, or
definitely was a bigger cause, because at this point in our lives, we were free men, but our backs were still against the war with slavery being still in the South. So with our ability to be offered to join the regiment, we would have a hand in freeing our relatives.
And so what was the significance with Camp Meigs and where we are here today? Maybe you can explain where are we?
This eventually became Camp Meigs. It covers from Dedham all the way to the border of Milton, all the way to Reedville. It was several things at one time, and now after the latest colonel, it was named after Camp Meigs. And 10,000 troops have come in here to train. This is a major training because the railroad's right there to take them to Boston, to put them on steamships to set them south. I appreciate everything they're doing, and this is if the Union doesn't win, it's not going to be a good world to live in.
No, I can definitely understand. And so thank you very much for all of your time, and I guess we're going to be seeing how we can actually set up and how the training goes. So my name is Samuel Pierce. I'm here with my great uncle Solomon, who can tell us a little bit more about the 54th and what exactly is going on with the training.
Well, it's a training day for new recruits to the regiment,
Right up my alley.
and it's a first time out for them, and we're glad to have these men that have come to join us in our reenacting.
So can you explain how it all works? Can you explain who you are portraying and how people can get involved?
Yes, I'm portraying Private Solomon Pierce. He and his two sons joined the 54th Regiment in 1863. And it was an unfortunate but interesting adventure for my son. And I say unfortunate because he was killed at Fort Wagner. Now, after the news of his death got back to Munson, Massachusetts, Munson is the town where we live. After the news of his death got back, my son and I started talking between ourselves and then among our whole family, and we thought that it would be altogether fitting and proper that we, in reference and in reverence for Harrison, that's my son, his sacrifice, he was willing to sacrifice his life that my second son and I should join the regiment, and in fact we did. It was a hard decision for my wife because I left her at home with our youngest child, and with me and my second son going off to the war, she would have to take care of herself, keep the family hearth going all by herself. So that's the character that I portray. How others might get involved with this. We're always looking for men who want to reenact the history of blacks in the military. Blacks weren't welcome in the military. They were used in the military, but they were used in segregated companies and regiments, and they were often disparaged. Many thought that blacks wouldn't fight, that blacks had nothing to fight for, that this was not their country. So it became an issue that was hard to overcome, but we did overcome. Black men joined the regiment in record numbers. Many regiments were formed, many out of those freed men who were enslaved in the South. When they had the opportunity, they ran away and joined federal regiments and became United States colored troops. So we reenact the 1st Regiment raised in the North, the 54th Massachusetts. And we invite all men of this present day who are so inclined to come and join us. Many men find that they have ancestors who served in the regiment, and that makes it very, very exciting for them to know that they are following in the footsteps of their ancestors.
Well, thank you, Solomon Pierce. This is Samuel Pierce from Telly Belltop, and we will find out a little bit more about the 54th Regiment here in Hyde Park at Camp Meigs, where they originally trained for the U.S. Civil War and won. Let's remember that they won.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I hear what you're saying, yeah.
There's the number one thing in boot camp. Don't put that rifle down. Go to the bathroom. I want that rifle with you. What the tied to my belt?
All right, so here's a full set down here. Yeah. Here's another. Taking my gear off, so we'll do everybody.
Nobody going nowhere.
You have a waist belt. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You got to wait. So why don't you stand back and show everybody. So well, let's do it together. All right, gents. So first sergeant, you can see here, you're going to gear up. First thing you do is make sure this is your waist belt, correct? That's going to hold everything in place. your haversack and all that's the one you throw on top.
See, that's the U.S. right there. So it's going to go over here. You're going to start. The U.S. is going to be in front of you, so it's going to wrap from right to left around. So you're going to wrap it from right to left.
This will be the last thing that goes on. So, hang on. So you get your cartridge box.
Watch your foot.
Okay, you can adjust these things. This is probably made for dads and kids using this one's a little short. But it should hang right down at your hip because what's going to happen, your waist belt is going to go on top of it. If it doesn't right now, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll adjust it later. So it goes hanging over your right.
I always say your right butt cheek.
Right butt cheek. Yeah.
Right butt cheek.
Okay. Right. Okay. You got that. Well, you should. All right.
Who actually? Is this? Everybody has one? Oh, good.
Yeah, everybody's got a.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we got enough cartridge box. I mean, yeah. Did that thing fit you?
No, that's not. That's right. That's not the way it goes.
You want to take your jacket off, Keith? You want to put that in the car for you?
Yeah. Take this one. This is longer.
Guys don't have haversack? Guys don't have haversack?
No, it's not that. I don't know how many we have.
What's that?
That's mine. This is my gear right here. Excuse me?
You took some of mine too.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean.
Put that on. You still have something on.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Red. We'll do the colors later.
Okay. And nobody has. You all don't have cartridge box. This is a cartridge box.
No, I had one. Where's mine?
It might be around you. Is it around you? Yeah. It goes. So it's got this. Yeah, maybe you can straighten out. This got to be in front.
Holy smokes, we got an army. We're getting there.
Okay. Now we're gonna go by the numbers again. Let's put the weapon down. Go through that as well.
And
Do it again.
put it down softly as if
Yeah.
it's loaded.
A 10. I mean, always assume this weapon is loaded. Always, because if you put it down like this, it can go off. And especially if you put your face around here, people have gotten hurt. And like the captain said, assume this weapon is always loaded, and never, ever, ever put your hand here. Never put your face around here. Never aim it at anyone.
Never put your mouth on the barrel. I've seen people do that.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And, it can go off, and you can get seriously hurt.
Get your head blown off.
I'll kill you. Absolutely. So this weapon is real. Assume it is always loaded, like you keep saying.
Just to
Yes, Sergeant.
relate, when we load and fire, you get a cartridge. Just remember you put one in because you double load. That's when you get a chance to blow back on. So just gotta make if you know you
wanna put
loaded.
his hand down again, sir? Sergeant.
Put your hand down a little lower.
Not like that. A little slower. Yeah. Yeah. Right like this. With 2 fingers.
Right here?
Yeah.
Hold on, like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Shoulder, arms. Wait a minute, I didn't say arms yet. When I say arms, that's the preparatory. That's when you execute it. After arms, then you pick up the weapon. You ready? Now watch me. I don't want anybody doing it yet. Shoulder, arms. 1, 2, 3. You put it down. That's shoulder, arms. By the number.
Super long, but they got
Put it back down.
able to hook
Do
over
it again.
this, and this is not
Shoulder, arms. Not yet.
like a
Not
nut
yet.
system.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then the next time y'all are going to do it.
There's gotta be
By the numbers. Shoulder, arms. 1, 2, 3. Everybody feel comfortable doing that?
Sir.
I'm not a sir.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Attention, somebody. Shoulder, arm. 1. And you gotta go across. You can go across. Back down. You gotta do it that 1. Remember, you grab it. As soon as I say shoulder, arms, you pick it up and your left arm goes right across. Right across. It's like nature. Right across. Pick it up. See this? Okay? Okay.
Hey, you mind if I jump in real quick too?
Okay.
I'll do by the.
By the numbers?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy,
You got it? I'll echo it.
All right.
No, not yet.
All right, gentlemen, you're all at attention. It's hard to look and see what's going on. So when you're training in NCOs and you're training your squad, you always want to keep people at rest so they can stand there and see what the hell you're doing. You're supposed to be looking straight ahead at attention, right? So,
In place.
yeah. So I give the command, in place, rest.
Oh, you got it, sir?
Yeah.
I'll just
stay where you are.
I'll mimic you.
Okay. Oh, good. Perfect. Okay. So now what's going to happen? You're going to kick your foot back. You're going to make a T. Your left foot, your leg angle, but your right foot will come back. Your heel of your left foot is going to kind of go into the arch of your right foot. So it's kind of like a T. All right? You'll comfortable. You feel like you're leaning back on that. And when you do that, you're going to spin. This is the toe of the thing. So Eddie, just rest here. Just rest. So you okay? Just look. This is the toe of the stock there. When you turn, when I say in place, rest, you're going to spin that. You're going to leave that toe on the ground. You're going to just spin it over like this. And just put your left hand on top of your right. Okay? Because your right's holding it. So you just hold it around by the first barrel band. All right? So you hold it by the first barrel band. Put your left hand on top of your right. Easy enough. And then attention, company, just spin back into place. All right? So attention, company. Toe of your rifle should be by your little toe, just by the break of your toe on your shoe. It should be back inside there, against the break of your toe. Not out in front, but back inside there. Right against where your shoe is there, almost to the line, yeah. Okay. Attention company, and I say, in place, rest. Just slide your hand up and then spin. And you're turning the lock, and you're turning the lock plate toward you. This is the lock. Remember, lock, stock, and barrel. Here's, okay, watching. Here's the lock. Here's the stock, and this is the barrel. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
Those are the three components of your weapon: lock, stock, and barrel. You're going to spin that toe. So in place rest. You spin the toe. You're going to spin the lock. The lock's going to face into you, and you're kicking your right foot back out to the T, and you're putting your left hand on top. Okay. Remember, your hand was down, but you got to bring it up to that first barrel band, and there you go.
Oh, you're
By the numbers, shoulder, arms. Ready? Ready?
I'm
One.
used to you doing it.
I know. Ready? One. Ready? Two. Ready? Three. By the numbers, order, arms. Ready? One. Ready? Two. Ready? Three. And slide it down. Can I do that? All right, you ready to try that? Okay. Attention, company.
Go back like this.
By the numbers.
Oh.
Okay. By the numbers. Shoulder. Arm. Don't move. Ready? One. Get your arm across your chest. Get your hand slid up here. That's fine. Ready? Two. See around the trigger guard. And you put that, see, just kind of drop it into your shoulder a little bit. Ready? Three. And bring your hand down by your side. Now your rifle, you kind of get the feel of this thing, but it's back into your arm. You got that good. By the way, that C's going around the trigger guard. Your other three fingers are wrapping around the small of the stock. You didn't get that already. So, Sam, your three fingers should be back around the back side of this.
Feel it now. Just these two.
All right.
Back.
Okay, now keep that stock down by your side. You got your rifle barrel straight up down, parallel with your body. Stock's down by right down by your knee. Got this right up. So it's a natural hold there. So Keith, you can just let it drop down. There you go.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Fingers
Your
around the
fingers,
back of
two
the stock.
of these.
I know it's a little tricky with this with the sling right there, but she goes right on top of it. You get the feel of it. You'll. All right, then we'll do.
I got some.
Feel that now?
I've been trying that for years. It ain't work.
All right, Top. All right, by the numbers. Order, arms, ready, 1. Ready, 2. Reach up, top, ready, 3.
Right at the top, not that fast.
That high.
Too high.
We're getting there.
You were too high.
Okay, all right. Second, first time. Can't ride a bike that quick.
And then drop it into place. Okay, now we're at order arms. By the numbers, shoulder, arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. Shoulder, arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. Slide it down. All right, in place, rest.
Turning the weapon. All you're doing is turning the hammer away. I mean, the barrel. I mean, the hammer near close to you.
The lock is
The lock. I mean, the lock. The lock is facing you. Thanks.
Let's do it again. Attention, company. By the numbers, shoulder, arms. Ready, 1. Ready, bring it up. Ready, 2. C shape around the trigger guard. Make your C shape there. Keep. No, around the breast, around the trigger guard.
Remember the 2? Remember the
Okay, and ready, 3. All right, by the numbers, order arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. And again, by the numbers, shoulder, arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. By the numbers, order arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. One more time. By the numbers, shoulder, arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. By the numbers, order arms. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 3. In place, rest. All right, we'll go through it at regular cadence without the numbers.
I know it's a lot to learn.
Yep.
It's a lot to learn. We're not gonna do the whole manual bombs today. It's too much. It's too much to understand.
Take weeks to master this. All right. Attention, company. Shoulder, arm. 2, 3. Count to yourself.
Okay, without the count.
Yeah.
Put it back down. I mean, actually, stand straight.
Order, arms. All right, again, that's command of preparation and the command of execution. So you have a rising voice when you're giving commands, NCOs, of course, and then you fall and you get the command of execution. That's when, so when you hear that command of execution, that's when you smartly move. It's not a race. It needs to be done orderly and with precision, but it looks good when you do it that way, okay? Yeah. Shoulder, arm. Order, arm. In place, rest. Give you a little space there. You got right up against it. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good, guys. And when you're at shoulder, you do your movement, your facing movement. So left face, you can spin on your left heel and just bring your right one up. That's pretty easy to do. Right face is a little different. Right face, you're on your left toe, your right heel, and you bring your left foot up. I might be doing my modern. I get my 20. I've done 16, 17, 18, 19. I've done 3 centuries in military training, and I thought I need to put the horse in there and just all do it the hell and hand. Anyway, by the numbers. Right shoulder shift. Arms ready. 1. Ready 2. Ready 3. By the numbers. By the numbers. Shoulder. Arms ready. 1. Ready 2. Ready 3. Order. Arms. All right, we ready?
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
No, I mean all of us. We all ready?
Yes, sir.
not all about you, Sergeant. All right. Stand by. At normal cadence. Shoulder arm. Right shoulder shift. Arm. Shoulder arm. Right shoulder shift. Arm. Shoulder arm. Okay. Order arms. In place, rest. All right, how are we doing on time?
Yeah, it's like at 2:42.
Yeah, I think we're probably done a few. These are a few of the basics. You know, one last thing while we have the numbers, I just want to do to go from a column into a front. This is a company front. And normally with our full numbers we have, when we got enough to do 2 ranks, but normally you'd have the company falling in 2 long ranks. But you got to move from this front into a marching column, right? Because this is great for firing. This is your firing position. You know, fire. But to get from point A to point B, of course, is in your column movement. So the shoulder, so it would be in this case, if I say normally you automatically double, okay? So that you have it's 4 columns, like guys in the Army, remember, that's right there, second rank falling next to Joe. Private George, first rank is going to fall right in front of Private Zelman. Right next to him. Yeah, guys, there you go. So you're right next to him. Yeah. 2 ranks. Press. Order, arm. 1, 2, 3. In place, rest. So as you look, now we're a 2-rank company. So Sam, you want to be right behind the guy in front of you. There you go. About an arm's length apart. So now we'll give them a full arm's length just so we can drill a little better. Yeah. Okay. Now we're a little extended, but normally it's shoulder to shoulder. It really is. Even the cavalry will drill. They say boot top to boot top. The horses, or stirrup to stirrup, actually, they move that close in this rank as a formation. So we're just last thing we'll do today is going from you're going to count 2s. So the first 2 guys will say 1, then you all will be 2s, you all be 1s, and you all be 2s. Okay. So when the command is given, count 2s. Everybody's going to automatically, guys on the file closers on the right, you stay at attention. Everybody else is going to turn your head nice to the right because you're watching. And as they say 1, then you're going to say 2, and you turn your head at the same time. And the guy next to you will say 1, 2. So you're 1, you're 2, 1s. You guys are 1s, and you all are 2. All right. Attention, company. In each rank, count. I'll do it by the number. Count 2s. Ready?
1, 2,
1,
2.
Okay, and you got to yell it out. Okay. So when I say count 2s, when I say 2s, you guys, all the rest of you, you 2 look straight ahead. The rest of you are going to snap your head nice to the right. Okay. So your head nice to the right until they count, and then you count.
To the left, to the left.
To my right. Yeah. To the
Yelling
right.
at the next guy's there.
You're watching him. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he yells, I watch him.
Exactly. You're watching him. You're watching him to see him. So when he turns his head, then you know it's your turn to count. That kind of makes sense? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. In each rank, count 2s.
1,
2,
1, 2.
Get
We
there,
stay
get
straight
there.
or we look too. Just
Everybody looks this
You
way.
automatically, everybody's already looking. As soon as I say count 2s, you automatically snap your heads and you're looking. And then when you count, then you turn your head to the front. All right. We're getting there. No, you did it. You did it.
What did I do?
Yeah. In each rank.
2, 1. I said 1.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
one.
okay.
In each rank, count 2s.
1,
2, 1.
2.
Let's do it one more time.
Looking that way. When he says 1, and he snaps, you say 2.
All right, let's do it by the steps, by the numbers, okay? So let's just watch right. I'll say in each rank count twos, all right? And count twos, what happens? Step, look. Everybody's looking to the right. Except those guys. And then they say
1.
and then you say 2. And as you say it, you snap your head to the front. And 1. And then you two say 1. And then you guys
2. Hold it. What does the back rank do?
same thing. You're 2. You're going to count
the guy
2.
in front of you.
Same thing as the guy in front of you.
We're 2 together.
Yeah, you're both 2s. You're both 2s. And you'll see why in just a second. Okay, let's get going. At each rank, count 2s.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay. All right. In place. Rest. Okay. So what's going to happen real quick? When I give the call, when I say right face, because we're going to move off in this direction, you always move from the front there. And your squad leader.
Shoulder, step back. I'm sorry. 5 numbers. Shoulder, arm. Ready? 1.
Take a right.
Ready? 2. See, you're gonna put it like that. Ready? 2.
Right foot like this, and then you're going to turn.
Ready? 3. Slide it down. Good. Let's see you do that on your own now. Put it back down.
I say right.
I'm gonna do it, but I want to.
1 is turn in place. The 2, you got to step back and then step forward. So now you're on line. Barry said now you're on line with Joe. You're 1. So what you're going to be end up in between, and Steve, you'll be on the other side. Okay, you're 1. You guys are now we're in a column. Now, and with 100 guys, we're in a column of 4, so that's 25 in each row all the way back, right? So now we're in a marching column, and we can march from here. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. Shoulder, arms. You get the feel. Mark time. March. 1.
1, 1, 1, 2, 1.
That's one of the curious
One.
things that's brought up.
Company.
The same people who wrote the
Oh.
Constitution went home to their home states.
All right. I'm going to call you
Individuals.
front.
Artillery against individuals.
You know, I say front. 1, you again turn in place. 2s, you got to step back a pace, turn and turn left face and step forward. Okay. Company front. 1. No, you're coming back up to where you were. So that's where you were when you started out, right? All right. When I give the command right face. 2s, you're going to take a step back this way, and then you're going to step up next to your number 1. Okay? All right, let's do that again. Let's try that. Company.
You're not moving.
Yeah, you don't move. So if you're number 2, you're taking a step back with your right foot, and bloody hell. Take a step back with your right foot, and you're turning and going up next to number 1. Okay. Right. Face.
Go to right of the number 1
Take a
man.
step back, step forward. There we go. Company, front. That's the main thing when you get the movement. Right, face. Right, so 1 step back, 1 step forward. Company, front. Step back, 1 step forward. That's right. All right. Dress your ranks. Just give yourself a good foot, foot and a half between each other. All right. Order, arms. Shoulder, arms. 2, 3. Right shoulder shift, arms. 3. Right shoulder, arms. In each rank. In each rank.
Done at basic training.
Count
They put all the
2s.
soldiers in
1,
2.
1, 2,
In each rank. Count 2s.
1,
2.
1.
2,
One more time. In each rank. Count 2s.
1,
2, 1.
2.
The rebels got too close. People would draw their sidearms instead of
Right.
loading canister.
Pace.
So,
There we go. Look at that. That's all right. Company front.
put that up in the order goes up. We have these letters.
Order arms.
Going through the things that are happening.
In place. Rest. All right. All right. What do you think, Sarge?
Great.
Damn.
How about left face, Sergeant?
Fair got it in yet, boys.
Captain, how about left face?
All right.
On this date. On this date.
Arms. In place. Rest. All right. So tell us how you feeling about that?
Quitting time.
Yeah. I think we've earned our whatever libation it might be.
Yeah.
Mr. Lincoln, you know about Adam's ale, right? Mr. Lincoln said he only drank what Adam drank, water, right? Well, listen. First Sergeant, we're getting ready to wrap up. So coming up here in 2 weeks, in a month, Abington is right down the road. The only battle event anywhere around us. We'll have an opportunity there. We'll have an opportunity to go into the fight. Weapons ready, you've got to be powdered, you have to run you through that firing drills beforehand. But we'll actually have a chance to, if you want to experience going to pads, we're just invited.
What about the uniforms and stuff? Do we?
We're going to get you hooked up.
Yeah, we'll have to, again, we'll list them out for the event when you show up. And we're gonna go through the attic up there and find out where other jackets are. Actually, by that time we've got the funds in the account, I'm gonna order some jackets. I'll get some jackets in the next couple of weeks. So we'll have, I'm gonna order some more hats and coats and trousers. So I've got most of your sizes. But if you want to go to this, let me know, and I'll make sure we got that for you.
Is this next month, June 5th and 6th, I think?
5th and 6th, yeah.
And it's in
Abington.
It is active.
So it's
Right
a
next
park.
to Brockton.
Yeah,
It's a, what's that?
Next to Brockton.
Yeah. And I mean, it's great. It's Island Grove Park.
It's 5 minutes for me.
Oh, excellent.
So we're eating over your house. So if it rains, we're all going to do that.
Y'all will.
We're at Barry's.
You can
Okay.
find it.
But I'm telling you, this as a hobby, as an activity, is not as active as it was. But particularly in the north, you go down to Virginia, you can always go out and shoot somebody. If you want to do that. That's just a common thing to do on Friday night or whatever. You think I'm kidding too, man? We used to, we go, hey, look at this, So, but it's a unique opportunity. It's what's it, Grant?
Island Grove Park.
Island Grove Park. So we'll be out in Island Grove Park, and they'll, I believe there's the 35th Virginia Cavalry Battalion. There's some guys around there. So we'll actually have some Confederates. They skirmish just to have a great time. We'll get to practice our formation, skirmish formation, moving out. Again, when you're in the ranks like this, before we go, we're going to finish off with just drawing down like that, okay? I'm going to just have you simulate firing in the ranks. But you get to practice skirmishers though, because this is where your wall of firepower comes in these ranks like this. But when you get in broken terrain or you need to spread out, or if you're in front of the main body, you want to make contact with the enemy. When you get in a fight, you don't want to go right up against the person right there where your big fat head's a target and then you just beat the crap out. You kind of get back, right? And you do a little jab, this and that. And that's the idea of skirmishing, is that you're punching around, and you throw a line of troops, skirmishers, and it's a special skill. And you get trained to go out there as skirmishers, and you got a partner, and you draw down and you fire when he sees, and you start reloading. And as soon as you're reloaded, your partner takes a shot, and then you do the same thing. And you can move forward. You can push the enemy back if you want to. If they're getting a little dicey out there, you can push them on back, and or whatever happens, or they may come back with a full company front, and then it's time for you to fall back. But you practice firing back. You don't just run away, right? So you keep that constant pressure on, so back and forth. So that's some of the tactical stuff. So we're going to come back to full company front, and we'll do the we'll do a firing.
How do you all feel? How do you all feel about doing this? Is it okay for you all? Feel good?
Great.
I appreciate those answers.
and that's the great thing about this. This is the real deal. These aren't toys. That's a real 57 caliber rifle. And the gunpowder, the caps, everything. The only thing missing out of this is the actual red slug, the mini ball that goes down the barrel. So that's the thing. That's the game changer right there. And that's the bayonet.
We
So
don't use. We use black powder only.
yeah,
Just
so-
black powder and the cap. And the cap.
And the cap.
and a percussion cap.
That's it. We do not use.
I think we need to do weapon checks before we go.
Say that
You don't
again,
trust
I'm
me?
I think we need to do weapon checks before we go out.
No, you don't trust me?
All right, so the other thing first started was talking about. Once you cap this thing, that thing, if your hammer falls, if it's weak, if anything happens, if like you said, if you set it down and that thing goes off, you know, you're gonna. You always got to be careful, and these things need some work done. But anyway, most of them are pretty good shape. But they'll work. So, but to fire, simple like this. All right, so from the shoulder, it'll be ready. Make ready.
ready.
Yes, it's ready. I get my rebel. Ready. When you come to ready, you're going to make that T like this with your right foot back, and they call it nipple to nipple, okay? So this is the nipple that the cap goes on the nipple here, the cone basically. So that's right up against you. You're looking forward. Ready. Yeah, right, yeah, we're good. All right, ready, and then you handle your cap. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, rest on your cap box, yes. Oh, okay, I've had it
Yes,
both
I know.
ways.
It's, lieutenant, it's a captain. It showed it like this. You hold it like this, upward, and you then you
Oh,
do it
maybe
like
that's a
this.
safety thing, but normally, yeah, it's up to you.
Right.
Okay, ready?
When you're loading the cap box.
And then aim,
Nope.
and then
Never
fire.
aim at anybody though.
No, actually, when you're loading.
Well, there's nobody here, so you can look out ahead. So we'll go through that. All right. All right, I'm going to go off to the side here because that's not the place. First sergeant, take a pose. Shoulder, arm.
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna get-
mistake. 'Cause
I want to get
Wait
him
for
into,
the-
let's get him into one rank.
I was waiting for you to say by the numbers, so that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I didn't do it.
All right, we're going to form our company again, a single rank. So I want first rank. You're going to take. You're each going to take one side step over. First rank, one side step over. March. Put a gap. Not you.
Oh.
You're going to stay right there, Jordan. Oh, first. Okay, so, all right, number twos, forward, march. You're going to fall back
number
in.
ones. Oh.
I mean, yeah. Second rank. You're going to fall in. Second rank, Joe. Oh, yeah, it was the other way, right? Yeah.
I was over that.
All right, yeah, I'm just trying to get you in the single rank. Okay, all right. Hey, there's the enemy, folks. Time to take him out. Yeah, fixed bayonets. Ready. Bring it up. Ready, one, bring it up. Make your T. Now you're going to simulate you have a cap on there. So on two, you're going to cock the hammer back and bring it up into a fire position. And aim. So aim. And then fire. Boom. And keep your position until I tell you. Recover. Arms. And you come back to the ready position. All right?
Gerard, what do you shoot at birds?
Okay.
Let's all
I
try.
elevate so much.
Make sure we're all elevated at the same height as they look across, so we line up.
So we can aim straight ahead. There's nobody ahead here, so we can be aiming straight ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Saying to line up. So
All right.
Hey,
Bob.
Company.
Duck hunting.
Shoulder, arms. Bring your right foot up. Come back to your shoulder position. Your right foot's up. We're simulating that you're already loaded. Okay. All right. Ready. Right foot back. Weapon up. Cock. Aim. Draw down.
Same level. Up, up. You don't elevate.
Well, there's no. We're fine.
What up?
Ready? Fire. Make ready. Ready. Recover.
Yep.
Arms. I think it's recover.
Cover.
All right, shoulder.